swear, I'm gonna leave these little things alone because they're my obsession. And then I come out to do something in my garage. And I'm like, okay, I have to just take one quick peek, right? Because, I mean, what are worms doing? Oh, look at you. You're a nice size worm. Oh, sorry. Let go my glove. Okay. I keep thinking, they're too wet. Are they too dry? Do they have enough food? Is there a raccoon out here? I always worried about coming out and a raccoon being sitting here one day and just dipping their paws in and eating and having a smorgasbord. That has not happened, luckily, so far. What has happened is they are just exploding. Paper plate here. They're not eating on the paper plate, but I'm going to put that. They really like this be under things. Oh. So the fruit flies, apparently. Let's check out. My daughter gave me some spaghetti squash a couple weeks ago or last week. I think it was last week. Oh, a little Lister maggot. And, oh, look at, they're on top of it. This shirt is really wet. They seem to like shirts. What do we got underneath? Oh, not crazy, but yeah, they're definitely enjoying the squash. This is my bin with the cocoa core, and I haven't mixed this up much. This bin, I just threw a bunch of cocoa core in, threw some worms in, and they weren't doing really well, so then I just threw some paper and threw this shirt in and some food, and they seem to be doing better. And I don't think I'll ever buy cocoa core again. It just doesn't seem to work well here. So my second bin. Just make sure there's nothing up there. Okay. This one has paper, and they really like the paper. Look at that little tiny one. There's another really tiny one. They like the paper. They like the corn. Let's put more paper up. The green beans. A friend of mine, she does a lot of canning. Oh, why are these so purple? If anybody knows why they're so purple, to me, they look purple. Why that is, let me know. A friend of mine cans, like, she, you know, if there's ever a zombie apocalypse, I'm going to her house because she's got it canned. You name it, she cans it. Last week was green beans and corn, so I threw some of that in, and oh, they are really, really liking the newspaper. I don't know even how to begin to, I think I've said this before, how to guess how many are in here. And I'm going to get a better camera eventually so I can kind of do a better job of filming what I have. This is kind of what it looks like all through all my bins. I'm going to call them really happy. They seem to be reproducing quickly. That's my second tote. That's my dryer tote. That's the one that has a little bit of a leak in it, and so it seems to be less dry. So here's my wetter tote. Check. Now, I probably should put a newspaper or a cloth or something over these guys, because that's what they really seem to like. They seem to lay underneath the wet stuff. Oh, yes. I'm sure you can hear how wet that is. And they're everywhere in here. So much so that I did decide to split these up into other bins. I had this Worm 360 bin. I don't like it at all. I kind of feel bad that I begged my daughter to buy it for me because I have torn it completely apart. I did reline it with plastic because they seem to really like, oh, carry over a little worm, sorry. They really do seem to like when they're wet, despite what I keep watching on YouTube. And you know, maybe it's different in everybody's situation, their state, wherever they live. I keep having a spider crawl across my arm. I don't mind spiders, but I'm not enjoying that sensation while I'm trying to talk. This one I pulled a little bit of compost. The thing I feel about compost is it's already done. It's already broken down. It doesn't need anything else to it. So I did pull a little bit of compost just to get this started instead of cocoa coir. I do think I'm going to bring some more newspaper out, really wet that down. I have these paper plates. They're here, why not? So, I'll wet those down a little bit too. They just seem to need a little bit more. Alright, so there's one. And I made a bin underneath because they can crawl back and forth. And there's some down here where it happens to be wetter. So, okay. Sorry about that. Oh. Let's move this one over. Yeah, they're really working on this. Little tiny worm. Look at that. Really wet. Oh yeah, they're really liking this really wet one too. Okay. What do we got under here? Oh, look at all those. That's underneath the watermelon rind. Yes, they're really enjoying that too. So these are the ones that I pulled just maybe a week ago. I'm not quite sure. I can't remember. I really should keep track. That's why I started to do videos, so I could keep track. Pull these over here. Put a handful in each bin to see exactly what I would get. Pull that up. And yeah, I have a lot of worms that are wanting to come down here and hang out. There's no food down here. It's just paper. I just put this in to kind of, maybe I can convince them to go back up top. Let's put all these back up here. Maybe they won't come back down. Maybe they'll stay up there. I don't know. A lot of them seem to really like the wet, the water. I keep saying the wet. They like the liquid. Oh, hello. One of them's trying to escape on me. He wants to get away from the light. I'll pull this up. What do I got under here? There's a few worms. Maybe I should put some food in here. I do have some paper. Maybe I should put some food in here and they'll like it better. A couple worms in here. Alright, I'm going to do this. That is pretty heavy with water though. Oh, hello. Here's the McAllister's takeout. And look at that. They just, I don't know what they're doing in there, but they're having a good time together. The corn cob. Look at the corn cob. Ooh, those are tiny. Those I think have just hatched. Maybe I threw a handful of babies in. I'm not sure what I did, but I don't know why they're all clumped up in this, I don't know, toilet paper roll, paper towel roll, but they are in there. So I should probably stop disturbing them. I got one more. Ooh, this one has a lot of fruit flies. This one's got more fruit flies than it does worms. It has worms. They're not as thick as they are in the other ones. But this one's also a little dry too, so maybe I'll come out and put some water in this later, some newspaper. All right, so there's my check-in. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know if you think I should be doing anything different. I did... Oop. Where's my pizza box lid? Okay. I did end up... checking for worms. Oh, yep, there's a baby. He wants to stay on. There you go. I did end up buying some oyster shell because that's what everybody else was doing. So I thought, well, I'll do that too. Okay, I forgot I do have this other bin, one more bin over here. Sorry, I'm looking for worms in my hand. I'm actually growing. Oh, look at how purple these are too. Wow. And I got the squash. This is the squash, I think. Seeds? Yeah, is that right? I believe that's what's in here. Now this is my bin that I've always ran dry. I did change it. I added water. I put some grass in. They're still not that crazy. This is the one that had the rabbit droppings in. The one thing though is it did really heat up this year. In this summer. Look at how purple that is. Is that purple? That looks purple to me. It did really heat up this summer. So I'm thinking this winter, I'm so worried about him being out here in my garage that maybe I need to just make sure I have plenty of grass and leaves and stuff so they can heat up. Okay, so that's it this time for sure. Checking my hand. Let me know what you think about how to keep them warm in the winter and healthy. So thanks. Bye.